Okay, the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan? Well, what if? What if the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan, right here, right now, was in the middle of moving, and everything he owned were in boxes? That would make it a lot harder, wouldn't it? Not for the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan. Come, see. My vinyl collection. Now, the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan would have 3 copies of every Led Zeppelin album on vinyl. Why? The original copy. It got played so much it sounded like you roller skated on it by the time you were 15. A new copy to replace the first one. And then a pristine virgin vinyl Japanese pressing, recorded onto tape, therefore played only once. Obviously, as the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan, the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan would figure out how to play every part of every Led Zeppelin song on every instrument that Led Zeppelin ever used. Time out, I do not play drums. Sorry. We have 3 of the first album. We have 1, 2, 3 of the second album, including a rare master half-speed pressing. We have 3 of the third album. We have 3 of the fourth album. 3 of Houses of the Holy. 3 of Physical Graffiti. 3 of Presence. Three of yes, the soundtrack to the film. And then through the outdoor? No, not 3, but 9. With every one of the covers. 9. Okay, now if Jimmy's seeing this, I'm sorry. The vinyl bootleg. Ooh, solo performances with the ultra-rare Lucifer Rising soundtrack and Robert Plant solos from the 60s. We have Flying High, Fillmore West, November 69. This is on vinyl, people, vinyl. London, 69. Japan, Rock and Roll Circus, which is really not really an actual bootleg, but it has Riverside Blues on it. Oh my gosh. BBC's 3 outtakes. BBC, more BBC's. Live on Blueberry Hill, the original trademark of quality. Beautiful, beautiful colored vinyl. More BBC. Live in Japan in 1970. 1972 interview, very rare. Japan, 72. Bonzo's birthday party, 1973. Seattle, 1973. This is the show that John Paul Jones said he could never hear the bass, but afterwards people said it sounded so good. I think so too. Robert Plant, 83 tour. Robert Plant, 83 tour. Actual Robert Plant albums, the Little by Little single, In the Mood single. 1972. I was 12 years old. The first year no Led Zeppelin album came out. Luckily, there was an awesome tour, but with no album out that year. What does the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan at the age of 12 do? He builds this. Hand-painted and preserved beautifully for a long time. Big Log single, Japanese pressing, The Principle of Moments. Principle of Moments. We have the rare Far Post, the Moonlight and Samosa EP. Japanese pressing, The Pictures in 11. Extra copies, John Paul Jones Scream for Help, absolutely fantastic. A rare Jimmy Page live. Outrider. The Firm, The Arms concert from LA. Death Wish 2 soundtrack, very important. And of course, the Japanese pressing thereof. Jimmy Page Session Man, everything he recorded during the 60s for who knows who. I know. Battle of Evermore, 1977 USA Tour version. Nebworth, second show. Nebworth, first show. A better recording of Nebworth, second show. Nebworth, part 1. A better recording of Nebworth, part 1. Outtakes from Into the Outdoor. Copenhagen shows the warm-up for Nebworth, the second night. The Copenhagen shows the warm-up for Nebworth 79, the first night. Badge holders. LA 77, yes, with the Keith Moon, both volumes. The Destroyer. Led Zeppelin Live. You can tell it's a bootleg because it's misspelled. Cleveland. Oh, the other Destroyer. And the permanent Zeppelin storage case. 4 bits of vinyl. Cincinnati, 1977. Oh, but I digress. And the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan might also have an autograph of Robert Plant. Outtakes from Madison Square Garden, 73-75. Earl's Court. More Earl's Court. More Earl's Court. Madison Square Garden, 75. 75 outtakes from Chicago and Montreal. Very rare, very rare. Mudslide. This is what bootlegs used to look like. Color vinyl. Look at that. You kids don't know what you're missing. I could play with as a child. Tour programs. Principal of Moments Tour. Page Plant. Led Zeppelin 77. An original copy. The wonderful photo books. Neil Preston's new one. Beautiful. This very strange Live Dreams one. And Ross Halpin's excellent. The photographer's Led Zeppelin. Open G tuning, good for and this guitar player, July 1977 issue. Yours truly, the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan, carried that with him every day in high school and first year of college with the cover up so everyone could see. Oh, Jimmy Page, he must be very cool. Only the world's greatest Led Zeppelin fan, the biggest, would do that every day, to the point that it almost shredded. Led Zeppelin's biggest fan for years. What would they have had on the front of their car? What else? And again, apologies to Jimmy. Bootlegs on cassette. Most importantly, this one. July 7th, 1980, Berlin, Germany. The last Led Zeppelin show. My book collection, Ode to the Making of the Fourth Album, very rare Circus Magazine Robert Plant biography, Hammer of the Gods, Peter Grant, the man who led Zeppelin, another one, story of a band and their music, 68 to 80, another copy of Hammer of the Gods, good Yardbirds book, The Final Acclaim, In the Light, the even worse Stairway to Heaven book, Richard Cole, John Paul Jones's autograph. How nice. Let's put that somewhere safe. Sheet music to Pictures at 11, sheet music to Coda, sheet music very rare to In Through the Outdoor, sheet music to Presence, sheet music to Physical Graffiti, the complete sheet music, a very rare Led Zeppelin tour itinerary, only 100 made, illustrations by me. Oh, the visual documentary, 2 copies. Dave Lewis's fine books, only 1 copy, but we have another one of that one. Another Japanese photo book, another Japanese. And only the biggest Led Zeppelin fan in the world would know how to play Jimmy Page's rare 1965 solo single, She Just Satisfies. good. And the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan would have the autograph of all. More apologies. Earl's Court bootleg, 1977 tour DVD bootleg, 73 bootleg DVD. Oh, a legitimate release. How'd that get in there? Of course. Packed away very carefully. But for you, you may see this. What the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan owns. Okay, I told you I'm moving. Everything's in boxes. But the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan dug out snapshots taken in 1983. Let's see what they're at. The front door to Swan Song's offices, 484 Kings Road. Bron Rar from the side. The roof of Bron Rar. Me standing in front of Bron Rar. The fire at Bron Rar. There are pictures of Robert Plant playing acoustic guitar sitting right there. Now, who used to live here in Wales? This is the view from Robert Plant's Welsh cottage. You can see in The Song Remains the Same. Another view. You've seen it. I've been there. Oh, Pink Floyd, Battersea Station. That doesn't really count. More from Robert's Farm. More from Robert's Farm. Bron Rar again. Bron Rar. The gate. The gate to Jimmy Page's house. This is a piece of art that I gave Jimmy Page, done in an Art Nouveau style that he liked. A piece of art I gave to John Paul Jones. A poem and a piece of art I did for Robert Plant, which he had hanging in his cottage on the kitchen wall. How can I prove it? Ask him. But yes, back to the gate. The gate to Jimmy Page's house in Windsor. The house where John Bonham died. And only the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan would have custom made, because he's a musician and idolizes John Paul Jones, would have custom made an exact copy of the Alembic 8 string that John Paul Jones played from 1977 to 1980. Who else would do such a thing and be master of such a thing but the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan? And of course, only the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan would own a copy of and have the wherewithal to show you this picture of the band. Only the world's biggest Led Zeppelin fan would know this. Jimmy Page's mother's maiden name, Gaffney. The year Percy Robert Plant got his teeth capped, 1976. What brand of tractor did Bonzo use on his farm? Massey Ferguson. When Peter Grant was a professional wrestler, what was his name? Count Massimo. And on any night of the 1977 USA Tour, how many strings did John Paul Jones potentially pluck? Any one night? 46. And that picture people have seen of supposedly Led Zeppelin's first rehearsal in Gerrard Street, is it really the first? Or did Led Zeppelin get together at Jimmy Page's house in the summer of 1968 for the first rehearsal? I wouldn't know that. What brand of bass was John Paul Jones' first one? It was a Gauss. Jimmy Page's first guitar was a Gracioso. What do you want to know about Led Zeppelin? I know it because I am the biggest fan. Bye.